Hello, everybody. Yes, I am Christopher McLeod, AKA Diagnostic 80, and you are watching the Full Force News Burst live reactions, I guess, to what is possibly the coolest thing all that we've seen all month. Oh my goodness. The Hasbro team, Lenny and Emily, went live earlier on Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel to bring us to reveal something we kind of already expected and knew was coming. We certainly knew the price for it thanks to yesterday's leak. Accidental mistake on Hasbro Pulse, on the Hasbro Pulse page. But yes, the classified Haslab GI Joe, Cobra, his tank, and with driver. Wow. Should we just get stuck into it? We might as well. Who have I got in the comments already? We've got loads of people already joining. Hello, Soda. Hello, Tristan. Hello, A Punk with Toys. Hello, Outback. Hello, Eben Foster. I was just talking to you, Eben. How you doing, buddy? Hello, Ryan. Hello, Soda. Hello, God Ravage. Hello, Luke. Well, here we go. Should we just get into it, eh? And everyone else join in as well. Sorry, DGD Hype Productions, Tom McCloy, all you guys, Jeremy, Ryan, Paul. I'm not going to say everyone's name, am I? Action J. We'll talk. Let's get stuck in. Let's just get stuck in because this is amazing. Right then, so just not that long ago at all, actually, a couple of hours ago, the team, Lenny and Emily from the GI Joe team, revealed this beauty: a classified Haslab HISS tank with HISS driver. Lots of stuff to kind of unpack on this one. Loads of amazing features and information, and it just goes on and on and on. Hello, Gareth. Hello, AJ. Hello, Stu. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Toys of the Jedi. Everybody, I can see you're all backing it, and I can tell everyone's backing it. And the excitement for this is beyond. It's just beyond the Thunderdome, isn't it? Already beyond 4,200 backers. You're at 4,286 at the moment. Target of 8,000. The thing with that is, and we'll get to it in a few seconds, is there's a very interesting and very fun kind of early bird stretch. It's not a stretch goal, but an early bird unlock, which we'll get into in a few seconds. Right. Let's get stuck in. Hello, Robert H. Hello, Eddie. How you doing? Hello, everybody jumping on. Smiler67. If I've missed anyone, I apologize. It's difficult when you're all piling in. It's great, but I love it. And keep the comments coming in. You're all amazing. Hello, Joe Cam. Oh my God, it's a blinking classified HISS tank. Yes, it is, mate. It is. Right. Let's move through. So Emily and Lenny brought us this fantastic panel. First of all, let's give a big shout out to the set dressers and all of the people involved in the production of this. Now, I had the privilege of being at Hasbro yesterday, where I was actually meeting with somebody else to talk about something and also take on something that I will be doing a video of very soon. I can't go into more details than that, but I was at Hasbro yesterday, and in fact the production team came out after filming some of setting up some of this stuff. So I got to kind of see them from a distance, not unfortunately meet them. But big shout out to that team who do amazing work on the set dressing, on the production, on the recording of all this kind of stuff. It's brilliant. So big shout out to everybody involved. Right. Obviously, and by the way, what I'm getting at in that really annoying way where I can't really tell you much will come to light very, very soon. So don't worry. It's fun. It's just a cool video I'm going to be doing with Hasbro, which is great. So yay. Okay. It's G14 classified. It's not, I'm bigging it up now, but it's not, it's exactly what you kind of expect. So don't worry. It's not like it's still cool. Don't get me. I'm just going to stop talking about it. Right. Let's move on. Big shout out to everyone. Big shout out to Emily and Lenny for yet another sensational event as well. They're brilliant. All month long, they've been fantastic. No, this was just about the Haslab, wasn't it? Like the HISS tank, and of course an update on the Sky Striker, which we'll get to at the end. But effectively, there was no other peripheral stuff. There was no pre-order stuff. Well, obviously, other than the backing the blooming Haslab, but there was no kind of product reveals, and we didn't expect any, honestly, because like I said, sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. They're amazing. I won't be able to get to all of them. You guys are pouring them in. It's great. Keep them coming. I will try and get to as many as possible. No other character development reveals. So it looks like we've been kind of told everything for this particular month. However, they're going to be coming back. They're going to be doing more Haslab stuff in the next month or so. And Bryn, it is not about it. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to sneak Lightfoot into production. Don't worry. But anyway, yeah, this is, it was really all about Haslab. So there was no other peripheral stuff. But it looks as though we're going to be getting more. And obviously, we know there's more coming for the rest of the year. As a channel, we know there's more coming. So we know that we've got, Dr. Mindbender, Sergeant Slaughter. There are rumors, lots of other rumors regarding other characters that we are privy to but can't say anything about. So we know there's more coming. SDCC is going to, yes, Jeremy, SDCC is going to be coming very soon, and they'll be back again with more Joe stuff. So it's not like we aren't going to get as much as we've been getting for this month because it's Yojoejune. But obviously, there's going to be more coming, and we've all got a lot to look forward to, trust me. Anyway, let's get on to what we're talking about here today, which is this beauty. It turned out beautiful, in my opinion. Now, when it first flashed up on screen, my eyes adjusted a little bit, and I was kind of thinking, oh, it looks very much like it's just a bigger version of the Hiss tank. I couldn't have been more wrong. As you get into it and into the details, and also kind of see it from the different angles, it's like, oh no, this is something else. And especially when they got the grey model out in front of them, you realize just how big that thing is, and just how beautifully detailed, and all of the little kind of additional aspects they've thrown in there, which are just brilliant touches, by the way. Anyway, let's skip through. So this gives us an idea of the size we're talking about. Was it 10.96 inches tall from top of gun to ground, 19 inches in length, Kitty said, and 6.43 inches for the Hiss driver. Again, like good to know. Good to know that's huge, isn't it? That is hossing massive. I haven't got anything to. Well, it's my private parts times 19, isn't it? Yeah, amazing, absolutely incredible. Let's go into some of the features and the detail. Well, actually, not features. Sorry, some of the information. So 29999. When this leaked last night, there was a lot of I would say a lot of fan discourse, should we say. A lot of people were a little bit concerned about the price. I think after seeing it, and after seeing that there are going to be multiple 4 unlocks, the early bird unlock, which is kind of at, if they get 8,000 by next week, which, let's face it, it's going to happen, then, yeah, they need 8,000 backers by August 15th. They're going to get it today, I think. It would not surprise me if they hit that today. We're already at, was it 4286 before? Now 4392. It is moving, guys, at a pace I haven't felt since. That was my Star Wars joke. But yeah, it's going fast. So I think we're going to be hitting this very soon. And when we do, we get an early bird special figure, which is, and there's a lot to kind of unpack here, but it's going to be a Hiss tank technician, which I like that little angle, but it's going to be in a deco that we vote on based on Ron Rudat's color studies from back in the day, which, I think a lot of us have seen, like Dan Kay's books had a lot of those kind of color studies in them. I think it actually has those Hiss tank color studies in them as well. But Hasbro are basically going to be putting out a fan poll for us to pick our favorite of those to be the Hiss technician, which I think is really cool. And again, lots of interactivity, lots of fun, additional aspects. I don't know, I'm super pumped right now. I'm super, super pumped. And it seems like everyone else is as well. Super Saiyan Bieber says they need to do these on tax season. So true. Yeah, this is moving at a pace. And I think a lot of people had already kind of predicted this. When a classified Haslab when they finally got around to doing a classified Haslab, everyone assumed it would instantly, or at least at a very quick pace, fund. And at the moment, it looks like it's going in the right direction, and quite rightly so, because this thing is beautiful. It's now 4409. In the few moments I'm talking to you about it, it's just going up and up and up and up and up. That's a great shout, actually, Nerf. Let's talk about that quickly. The fact the figures are going to be packaged and numbered within the classified numbers sealed its fate as a must-buy. Sneaky. Yes, absolutely. And obviously, I want to say these figures are only connected within the Haslab. So if you are a completist for classified, you more or less have to get in on this one if you want to. That's smart on their part. We talk about, like, the fact that they try and get every single cent of or pence of our money, or what greeble of our money as they possibly can. But that's what they're trying. I mean, that's effectively what they need to do here. They need to make this, for it to do what it needs to do, they need to drop these kind of things in here. Anyway, Ron Rudat is also doing the artwork for the HISS driver on that box as well, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that, because obviously some of Ron's beautiful artwork in the early design stages of, including the HISS driver, which he did. I'm just really excited to see what they do with that. Really excited. So big shout out to Ron Rudat, who is an absolute legend. And he did let us know that he was popping in to see Hasbro a little while ago. Didn't tell us why, but thanks, Ron, for letting us know that you were going in and meeting Emily and Lenny. We're all excited because we were like, what's it going to be for? This, basically. So big shout out to Ron. Action J says, if we talk long enough, it might fund before this live stream ends. Well, I can talk a lot, Action J, so that could happen. Grant Mounier, or Ruby Tarn Prime, says, how many figures is the back of the HISS hold? Let's get into the features, Grant, and then we'll get to that question when I get there. Or Ryan's kind of answered it for you in the comments there. Thank you, Ryan. But let's have a look at some other stuff. Now, 4 unlockable tiers means that we are not privy at the moment to some other cool things. We can do some kind of speculating on what they can be as we go through the features, because I think there's a few things that I'm looking at that I'm thinking, oh, maybe that could be removed for something else. I think you know what I'm talking about there, and we'll get to that in a second. Blast effects is a good shout as well there, Slave. Yeah, we'll again get to that. So the HISS tank. Look at the driver hiding behind that shot there. Beautiful. I think they've done a bang up job on getting the iconography of the shape, the everything kind of around what a HISS tank, what you expect as a HISS tank. Do you know what I mean? I think they've done a bang up job on that, and I think it does. Obviously, it's very close to it. Actually, it covers a couple of bits of ground here, doesn't it? Because there's a few updates on it in terms of shape. Like if you look at it from like this angle here, you see like the canopy's way more complex, a few more like lines and cuts and all that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you, Grant. I appreciate that, mate. I love you loving my streams. That sounds gross, doesn't it? But yeah, like this particular angle kind of really shows you a little bit of difference in the shape of this particular classified vehicle. And yeah, really, really just blown away by the design here. I think they've done a bang up job with the details. Lights is the one thing that really stood out to me. Headlights, tail lights, that beautiful Cobra logo projection light as well. The interior lit up like a Christmas tree, just absolutely sensational. And on the back as well, we'll have a look on the back as well. I wouldn't be surprised, Joe, as well, if this doesn't surprise them one day, mate. I would not be surprised at all. Yeah, Jill, Gil, sorry, love the LED that made it different and classified. Absolutely, same. Ports on the top of the turret too, says Max Blue. Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. Adam Drake, hello. I love that they've updated in a way that doesn't. Sorry, I love that they've updated it in a way that doesn't detract at all from the original design. Absolutely, there's like that feeling of there is a modernization here, but it hasn't taken away from that iconic shape. And I think we discussed this a lot when we were talking about like what we were expecting from a Haslab, because we all expected it. We knew it. We've known it's been coming for a long time. The channel has known for a long time. We've been privy to that information. We hadn't seen anything. We just knew it was coming. And we were like, you know, we play dumb on the stream sometimes, but in that particular sense, we didn't know, and we were speculating on what we, you know, what it could be look like, and what it, you know, really what we could be looking at here. And I kind of didn't envision it to be so close, but then at the same time have all these other amazing things to it. So I agree with that, Adam. Yeah, that it doesn't detract from the original design too much at all. Peppermint Oil Capsule says it looks like Bizarro Kit. Absolutely, with the lights. Yeah, just the hello, Michael. Hello, Commander. Hello, His Driver. Mike Hex says, what if they do a tier that's broken bats and blast effects? I'd be into that, actually, dude. I'd be into. I think we're going to get blast effects because they did. Lenny mentioned on the stream that even though the grey model doesn't have blast ports, what am I doing here? Some sort of trying to get any more aroused than I am. Doesn't have blast ports at the moment because it's a model, but will have blast ports, and they'll be working on those further into production to gain like the weights and what, you know, how, you know, that kind of thing. So they can't have like massive blast effects they just stick in and then the whole thing just tips forward. So yeah, I think blast effects are almost a certainty as one of those tiers, Mike. What else have we got going on? I hope it comes with a button. I hope it, RKW1138 says, I hope it comes with a button which when pressed it screams retreat. Retreat. Yeah, could be a thing, actually. Adam says, yeah, updated but still immediately recognizable, and that's the important part here. Definitely. The details make it more than just a bigger HISS tank. Yes, Bryn. I think that was my worry. I was so concerned it was just going to be like a scaled up HISS tank, and that is just not the case. Just not the case at all. The seat look for the driver looks like it's out of a high-end sports car. It really does, with like the 5 points. Well, actually, let's move on a little bit and talk about that, because yeah, I've got other pictures to get through. Obviously, the working treads was an absolute beautiful addition. Just, you know, we haven't had working treads on a HISS tank since, and then I just walk off like I'm Darth Vader again, since the first Pursuit of Cobra one, have we? So it's going to be nice to kind of have that again, but on this, and it just makes sense to have it because you're dealing with bigger parts, bigger moving parts, no pun intended. And yeah, so I'm just absolutely so happy with that. I'm also glad it wasn't an empty shell, Mike. Absolutely. Hello, Chris. Happy Wednesday to you, says Matt. I was nervous when I first heard the price yesterday, but the level of detail on this is outstanding. I'm in for 5. Mike, no wonder it's actually hitting. I mean, I know it's gone up again quite dramatically. Yep, 4,517 now. My goodness, this feels like, you know, when we did the Robo Skull live, doesn't it? And the Sky Striker Haslab one, where we were kind of on to kind of talk it through to, you know, to getting the hitting the goal. Gorilla's like a DeLorean, says Max. Yeah, absolutely. Matt Johnson says, I snagged 2, but I would have picked up 5 if it was a 19999. Yeah, I think, Matt, looking at it, I see where the price is going in all of it, honestly. And I think once we get to the 4th stretch goal, I think it's worth it at this point. But I think when we get to that 4th stretch goal, and I think it's going to happen. Well, I say obviously. I assume it's going to happen at this rate, the way it's moving. I could definitely see, you know, it becoming more than worth it, more than worth it by the 4th stretch goal. Oh, Todd, that's a good shout, actually. A female driver would have been an interesting touch. Well, you never know. That's a good shout, and possibly there might be one of the tiers that we don't know about. Tom says, "Oh, can we please have the kit light sequence?" That would, you know, the throbbing light sequence. Kitty said. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Tough for me to follow this as I can't use sound as I'm at work. Just watching in silence. Lol. Watch it later, pal. Mike says, I'm thinking they'll do 3 figures with it to keep up with Marvels. Yeah, so it will be, yeah, so at the moment we've got 2 figures, you know, when we get the early bird reaching the 8,000 backers. So at the moment there are 2. Then we've got 4 stretch tiers. I'm imagining a blast effects pack, or some, you know, blast effects and other things like maybe damaged panels or something. I don't know, something along those lines. And then then you've got 3 spots left for figures, for diorama pieces, for anything. So I'm excited to see what else kind of comes of it. And the other thing I was thinking, maybe like a turret swap out. So rather than having the two cannons that are both interchange, like individually movable, you could have another turret kind of set up, like a missile launcher or something else. So yeah, that's what I was thinking, possibly. So maybe I would say maybe 2 more figures in this one, possibly. I don't know. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, Rip It, Max. Yeah, absolutely. Rip It, the blue His Tank drive is a possibility. Absolutely. I'm surprised they didn't do any sound chips. Absolutely, yeah. Me too. Maybe that might be an additional tier. I don't know, really. I don't know how that would be an additional tier, but they haven't really made it yet, so it could still well be an additional tier to include it. Mike says, Cobra stole the front of my 80s Camaro. Everyone in G.I. Joe universe. Robert H, mate, you and I both. Not going to lie, I do wish this was neon orange. Well, they've got tooling now, so maybe we'll see something repainted in the future. I'd be all over an Eco Warriors septic tank. All over that. A septic tank. It's the worst name for a vehicle ever. Just full of poop. Anyway, the fact they got tank treads to work must burn Dwight from the Marvel team. I don't know. They're all close. Yeah, I'm all over the treads, all over them. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yes, Punk with Toys, the hitch to pull stuff, and the fact that the hitch kind of folds in as well, so it kind of folds in and out, so it doesn't have to stay out all the time, which is dope. And I think a lot of that is down to the fact that the back drops down, which we'll talk about. So yeah, as we're talking about, the hitch at the bottom kind of folds in, and you can fold the back door down. You can also fold, like, the panel goes all the way, like the foot base goes all the way across, and you can fold that as well, and then it kind of drops down, and you've got this little walkway to get into. It looks like there's one seat in there, and then obviously a rack of weapons, but I think you could probably fit a couple of figures in there. And I'd be surprised if they maybe, I don't know, I wonder if you could fit 2 seats in there. It's hard to say what they want on the other side, but it looks like 2 rails. So it looks like you could have the seat you could move the seat around, like over further in or closer to you, or they might just have 2 seats to go in there. I don't know, but very cool, right? Very cool. I love the weapons rack as well. I think that's really neat. And I imagine, obviously, we'll get probably maybe a tier would be like a bunch of weapons to go in that weapons rack. Possibly. We will see. A lot of you guys are snagging more than one, which is cool. Really excited to see that. I just lost a load of comments. I'm really sorry, guys. Again, there's so much coming in. I'm so sorry if I'm missing anybody or everybody. You know how these streams go. I can get to what I can get to. And if you want to, you can always ask it again. That's another thing. If you want to make the comment again so that I see it again, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not missing you out on purpose, I swear. So if I miss a comment for whatever reason and you want me to talk about it, just drop it in again and I'll try and get it again. I hope that helps everybody. People are getting loads of them. Oh, Andres Fernandez snagged 10, mate. Eben 3. You're all getting multiples. Jeremy, I got 2. May go for a 3rd. You're all absolute lunatics. Yeah, and people talking about asps as well. Travis, was it Jeremy that mentioned that? It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Let's find Jeremy. Yeah, asp tow along, please, and thank you. I think that has been mentioned a few times, actually. Do you think that if this funds, we could see a retail version, no lights, etc., in the future? I don't know, like possibly. And they could even do it with a different color. I mean, you've got so many different His Tank decos. My favorite, the Arctic redeco. You've got, obviously, like we talked about, the septic tank, which would be a redeco and probably a bit of a retool as well, with that wicked thick kind of almost like roll bar canopy, and obviously a big squirty cannon on the top, Kitty said. And obviously you've got like the red, the blue, Python, we could, because obviously there's a Pythonized one on the front of Duke's artwork for the Tiger Force Duke figure. So you never know, do you? Clothesline Media says, I'm okay with the price. It's adult toy collecting. Can't do this with coupons. I'm on it now. Now I'm hoping for more Little Wolverine. Yeah, big time, man. Big time. I'm with you. Ryan Costello says, septic tank is a genius name for a tank. You take that back. I do take it back. What I mean is, it's a septic tank, Ryan. It sounds gross. I'm not saying it's a bad name for a tank. I'm saying it sounds hideous. It sounds like if you're driving it, you're knee deep in dookie wherever you're going. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I think it's brilliant. It's actual genius, what they called it. Gen X, how are people snagging more than 5? I'm guessing they have multiple accounts. They maybe use a friend. They might use a partner. Yeah, if you've got multiple accounts, obviously you can get more. Yeah, I imagine that's how they do that. Honestly, in these kind of situations, I'm all for that. It's when it's a pre-order scenario that's a problem for me. But when it's for like getting these backed to the hilt, yeah, it's like you can't. It's bad, isn't it? It's like it's so hypocritical to be like, But yeah, 4,641. It's still moving, and it's moving by 100 every time I check. 100 or more, actually. About 200 jump now. What else we got going on? Cutter, says Christopher Moody. Just saying Cutter. You want him to be involved in this? Mike Hex, that spotlight is awesome. Reminds me of Spidey's. Christopher Moody, they should have done... Oh, sorry, that's why. They should have done the whale instead of the hiss. They seemed enamored with the hiss. It's probably because they know people will army build them. The whale has a specific character as driver. Cutter. Thank you, Christopher Moody. Yes. I mean, that would have been dope as well, but that would have been gigantic. There's a reason they've gone with the hiss for the fact that it's a mid-sized vehicle. Good shout there, Bees. Battlegrounds, original Cobra Commander, maybe. Yep, on the original artwork, he's synonymous with it. He's on all. He's Pyramids of Darkness. He's standing on one. He's very synonymous with the hiss tank, anyway. Septic, says Adam Drake. Absolutely. Crimson Hiss with SMS with Crimson Guard Immortals. Sweet Jesus, take my money. Absolutely. I could see them doing a whale with. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, they did say the whale was too big. That I could see them doing a whale in the O-ring line, definitely. Ray Murphy, hello Ray. Stretch goal missile pods attached to the side lugs? ? Very possible. Very possible. 100%. I doubt we'll see a retail version. Yeah, and sorry, Andreas is just confirming multiple accounts. I'll doubt we'll see a retail version, as they can't guarantee they'll get the 300 asking price. Too many would wait for clearance. I don't think it would be 300 though. Toys of the Jedi. I don't think it would. I think for this, they're asking for the backing, aren't they? It's never the base amount for what the vehicle would cost. I think if they did like a repaint and did it at retail, it would probably be a lot lower than that. A lot lower than that. Yeah. I don't. Okay. Sorry, loads of comments coming in. I will just grab the odd one here and there now, guys. Sorry. Oh, here's a question. Smiler had to step away, so maybe it was mentioned, but with this first Haslab, you got to think Vamp is a strong possibility. What do you mean as a stretch goal, or do you mean in them doing it? Because a Vamp would be pretty high up, I think, now, wouldn't it? Or a Mobat or something like that for the Joes. Donald Allen, I'm so happy. Me too, buddy. Me too right now. Robert H, that's a good shout. Classified cutter would come with the devil, or will come with the devilfish. You're very confident about that, Robert. But actually, that would be really cool, wouldn't it, to have like that? I think I always think of wetsuit and shipwreck when I think of the devilfish. That was almost a mistake, wasn't it? I like the devilfish though. I love it. I think it's amazing. And yeah, Cutter would be great with it because the orange would kind of match a little bit with his, not his breasts, his life jacket. Anyway, Travis, I agree. Everyone should give a like, thumbs up for this chat. Thank you, Travis. Very nice of you, Travis Feuerborn. I very much appreciate that. You're doing my work for me. Towhook, yes, Joe. I do think we'll get something for the towhook. I think there was a reason that they made the big deal out of that being a boop boop, poke it out and poke it back in again. I think we'll get some. There's a possibility one of the stretch goals could be something that they tow along, absolutely, like an MMS or something like that. Definitely. Okay, right. Let's move on and let's talk about some other stuff. Sorry, like I said, I'll be dipping in and out of the comments, guys. I'm sorry. There's just so many of you on. It's great. I'm loving it. Keep them coming, but just be aware I might not get to everybody's. Joe, at first I thought it was a mistake by not announcing the tiers. Boy, was I wrong. Yes, Joe. I know, mate. It is flying at the moment. Okay. Interior, look at that. Now this lights up too, but I love the fact you've got all these little kind of, you know, joysticks and like accelerator handles, and like all the readouts are gorgeous, and I'm just so enamored with this thing. It's just got everything in it. I love the design of the readouts, the digital readouts. It's just next level. I even like the you'll laugh at this, guys. I even like the homage they've done on the outside of the on the edge of the cockpit for Built to Rule. That's just what it looked like to me for a second. But no, absolutely brilliant. Loving this interior. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this was when they started showing this kind of stuff. I was just like, my mouth was open. I stopped taking. I was going to start take pictures and post them as we were going. I thought, you know what? There's no point. Like, people are watching this, they can see it, and you know what? I'm just gonna be doing this anyway afterwards. Okay, next up then. Thank you, Antonio, for saying this is awesome, and thank you, Joe, for saying I rock. I appreciate that. Best Haslab yet. Love the show, says Sean 3000M. Thank you, Sean. Darren Marshall says, I'm so happy that the stretch tiers are set at reasonable numbers. You know what? I haven't even looked at that yet. Let's have a look at the stretch numbers. Okay, so as you scroll down this page, which, my God, they've packed a lot in here. 10,000 backers unlocks the upgrade 1. 12,000 backers unlocks upgrade 2. Because they're upgrades, it makes me think we maybe not be getting more figures. I'm just saying. 4,000 backers upgrade 3 and 16,000 backers upgrade 4. So to double this, which I think they're going to do by the end of the, you know, how long is it out for? August the something? 47 days, 10 hours and 26 minutes. I think they're going to do it, guys. Something tells me they're at 4,731. It's gone up another 100 and something since I've been on. Incredible. Hey, Danny, thanks you made it. Glad to see you made it, buddy. Ryan Costello, we need 3D modelers who are upscaling 3 3/4 vehicles in classified scale to downscale the interiors so all of my HISS tanks look like this. So true, Ryan, isn't it? I mean, these interiors are just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Adam says, my pipe dream stretch goal is Chuckles with a Havoc missile to throw. Amazing. I'm going to need to build an addition on my house to fit everything coming out in the next few years. Planning ahead, lol. Absolutely, Action J. It is ridiculous. Antonio Montana says, I can't wait to see Serpentor in his air chariot. Well, Antonio, me too. I think that would be an amazing figure, and I can't wait myself. Darren Marshall, it's almost certainly going to happen, isn't it? Darren Marshall, August 15th. Thank you. Appreciate that, Darren. They have a Punk with Toys. They've given a number on when each tier unlocks. If you scroll down, there's a little list of it on the page. I just read it out, actually. It's like 16 for all 4, but then it's like 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, I think. Yeah, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so happy that this is happening and it's happening the way it's happening. Okay, so the grey model came out, didn't it? And they basically showed off this beautiful thing. The size of it, you really get an idea of the shape here as well. You know, you get an idea of the figure too, and the figure comes. Well, I'm not sure if it's the next image. Probably isn't. So we can move. Oh no, it is. I should have known better. Yeah. So the figure comes with. Well, they gave him fists, and this is the thing that Lenny's thought process was like in like the description. It's like when the HISS tank breaks down, HISS drivers, you know, have got to be trained in the arts of being able to kind of protect themselves. So he's given them fists for when they're to fight, you know, for when their HISS tank breaks down, which is genius. Cool little weapons as well that he comes with, the kind of pistol and that really, really awesome kind of weird ass rifle thing. It's dope. Anyway, yeah, very, very cool. A lot going on as well, like on the figure. It just looks really cool in classified form, I think. And then these little aspects, so that the kind of little engine cover comes off, and there's a little Mars logo in the middle there, little Mars logo, beautiful. That obviously wasn't on the grey model because that little piece was missing, but that you will have a Mars logo on the final version. Excuse me. So that's really, really cool. And again, this is where the technician comes in. Technician can work on that, can't he? Absolutely. And he's also said it's going to be more recessed. It's going to be more detailed. So excited to see what they do with that. Very, very cool. On top of that, we've got this beautiful canopy. The canopy, I think they've done an absolutely bang-up job on. This is also where... oh, Antonio, I'm posting this. Big Boa trains troopers in hand-to-hand. Did Lenny drop a hint? I mean... You could throw a rocket, you could say anything and hit a G.I. Joe homage, really, couldn't you? But Antonio, that would be dope. And Big Boa, I'm sure, is in the minds, especially of Lenny. He loves those kind of figures. Danny says the lights are wild, the way they'll do different things. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Action J, love the detail on the seatbelt. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit as well. It's gorgeous. Raymond says it's sleeker than the original, and that is cool. Absolutely. And you're very excited, Raymond, I can see. Clothesline Media, Dragonfly with Toon Accurate Wild Bill as a tier unlock would be it for me. That would be one hell of an unlock, yeah. Great reveal today. It is, isn't it, Clothesline? Absolutely. Okay. What's the port? Oh, what's the port for above the tank treads? Well, we don't know yet. I think we might be getting some additional upgrades that attach to the side. So that could be one of the things they implement to the tier unlocks, Darren. So we might find out soon. Oh, Jeremy, a Techno Viper as a mechanic stretch goal would be so cool. Absolutely. Road Pig John just shouts Yojo. Hello, Road Pig John. Yeah, and Ryan is basically poo-pooing your Dragonfly. But that's next year's Haslab, in it. I'd be in for that. I'd be all over that. Like a Dragonfly, you see it? I would be all over that. All over, like a dirty rash. Like an itchy burning. I'd be all over that like an itchy burning sensation. Right, next on the canopy then, or next to the canopy, we've got the ladder that comes down. Lovely touch. Absolutely lovely touch. That's just, again, that's so Star Wars. That's X-Wing. That's Star Wars X-Wing kind of vibes for me right there, and I love it. I'm here for it. But not just that, the canopy is so complex. It has separate gull wing door opening aspects either side. So if you need, and the ladders are on both sides as well. So whichever way you're getting in, you can get in quick. So that's really, really cool. I'm going to try and force the figure in through that space as well, and then tell Lenny when he doesn't. I'll be like, "You lied to me. You said he could get in through through this side panel." No, that's really, really dope, and cannot wait to see how that kind of works in the final piece, like in hand piece. I'm already excited about getting it in hand. Mike says, I hope they use at least one tier to give us some accessories they can't do in the main line. I don't think we're going to see the hood, honestly, Mike. I think that's just long gone, honestly. Unless something seriously, I don't know, different happens, and I just can't see it happening. Neil Hill, the somewhat world-class repaint Wrecking Crew is in the hizzy. Hello, Neil. I've already talked about repaints, so you've missed that. Sorry. Reds and blue, or the red, obviously, because I think a hyena, and then for me, a great stretch goal would be Red Jackal Destro repaint. That would be wicked. Hello, Craig Bush. What's poppin' D80? I'm excited for the Hiss Tank. We all are, my man. We all are. Anywho, let's keep moving. The canopy also opens standard issue, so you can still keep it like legit old school, which is really nice. And you kind of expect it, but they could have just gone with Gull Wing and kept the middle piece in one place. Obviously, it would have been incredibly crazy and bonkers, but they could have done that. No, they've really gone the extra yard. They've gone about 6 miles on this one. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick check. We were at 4731 before. We're at 4806. It is moving faster than Sorry, that was my. I'm replacing all of the since jokes with my Star Wars Darth Vader quote to other ones now. And again, you can also open it so the gull-wing doors open as well at the same time. So it's got multiple facets, this canopy, and I really, really, really enjoy that. Oh my god, look at that! Isn't it gorgeous in the rendered color? Like, it just looks so good. 788, obviously. Maybe they'll give us like a sticker sheets as well with multiple numbers on them. You never know. Okay. Next, this. Yeah, so someone mentioned this earlier. Sorry for skipping by it. But I thought, yeah, of course, Ryan. Why didn't I use that one? This is why you're on here. It's moving faster than a high-speed Sentry. Thank you. That's what I should have said. Ryan Costello, big shout out to Ryan Costello, who's done amazing work on the Renegade Game Studio stuff. Ryan, you're an absolute genius. I have been enjoying kind of like... Look, I still haven't been able to play any of the games yet, but I'm so excited for Mission Critical, I can't tell you. So big shout out to Ryan Costello. You're doing good stuff, buddy. Not just helping me with my puns. Action J, I missed the expandable cockpit boarding ladders. Yeah, I know. This is full of stuff, isn't it? Full of stuff. Does it have a leader for the gunner? A ladder for the gunner, sorry, is what you mean there, Rob H, mate, possibly. Don't think so. They just have to scramble the way up there. But I suppose that ladder is for both of them, isn't it? So you can kind of like, you just go left at the top, or depending on which one you're going in. So effectively, yeah, they're both fighting to get up it at the same time. Red Jackal definitely says Joe Cam. I know, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Neil Hill says, Serrana, I didn't know it was you. You just said that, so I had to do the impression, and I understand. I get it. Darren says, I love the red mixed into the black paint job, makes it pop. Absolutely. There's so much detail on that. I love that it's like a 5-point like clip. I'm guessing that the whole kind of thing comes up. Well, I don't know how it's gonna operate. Maybe the bottom clips come out and like you flex it up and they go underneath it and then you bring it down. I don't know, but I'm interested to see how the seatbelt like affixes to this chair and how it kind of comes off so that you can get the figure in there. Yes, Max, it is insane. It is insane. Talking Joe in the house. Sorry, wrong one. Talking Joe in the house faster than a hyena. Exactly. Magnificent. Like, you're getting better puns than I am. Definitely moving full force. Why can't I make these simple puns come out? I mean, you usually can. I think it's just because it's live and I always have brain farts around this time. Ryan, 788 isn't the call number of any one hiss. It's Cobra Commander's password. He writes it down because he keeps forgetting it. How could you forget 3 PIN numbers like that? That's ridiculous. Joe Barrett moving faster than Cobra Commander in full retreat. See, you've all got better ones than I have. Well, I didn't actually have one, so by design, you have better ones than I do. Oh, of course, Darren, great spot. The gunner would actually enter through the rear door, similar to a gunner for a Humvee, and then appear out the top. Of course they would, because of the, Emily showed us, she poked her fingers in the hole, Kitty said, and moved her little fingers around, and there was the space where you could see it through the back. So it was like, yeah, they could easily kind of poke their way up through that gap. Brilliant shout, Darren. Brilliant shout. Brian said the same thing. Doesn't the gunner access through the rear hatch? Don't they all? Kitty said. Kitcherman, Chris, great job as always. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Ritz, how you doing, Ritz? Hey, buddy. History was made today. God, see all these puns I've been missing out on today. I'd let you down, guys, in a big way. Neil Hill, we do need a leader for a gunner. Yeah, absolutely. Let alone a ladder. Yeah, you're all saying it now. Even Talking Joe's getting in on the gunner accessing through the back passage. And again, J Rod, gunner can get up through the inside. Yes, Neil, I think there is going to be some sort of towable maneuver for the unlock. I can see it. It's too obvious, isn't it? It's going to happen. Ryan says 5-point harness. Ryan Sweeney, 5-point harness isn't for safety. It's to keep the driver in the hiss. Cobra safety standards. Yeah, you go down with your vehicle, mate. Oh yeah, like in the cover. Yeah, Ryan, like the Baroness getting tied up on the cover of 75 with Serpensor user as a hostage. Yeah, spoilers, didn't work out for him. Battle of Hastings. Cragen says, I can't wait to take pictures with it. I guess it's time to actually start working on my Cobra HQ diorama. Yeah, get to it, Cragen. I want to see those images as well. You send them to us at the Full Force because I want to see those. That sounds amazing. Danny, I kept thinking of all the possibilities for Dio photos. Mate, you're not the only one. I think everyone's going to be getting in on this one, aren't they? New Monkey says, hey, Diagnostic 80, excited for the hiss and praying for a classic Cobra Commander as a tier. I think there's a possibility that could happen. Like, I feel like it could be there, couldn't it? Trouble Bubble as a tier would be cool. That would be pretty cool. I'd like that. How many am I getting? Just the one for now. I'm not going to go ridiculous on this one. But, you know, the way I'm feeling right now, and I'm so excited about everything, who knows what happens. Mike's also made a Cobra-based Dio. Can't wait to see that too. His tank always makes me think Cobra Civil War. Serpentor's certainly coming. Maybe a Battle Armor Cobra Commander. Good shouts there, S. Myers. Good shouts on all of that. Definitely. Bryn says, I was hoping for a classified coastal defender, but I guess this hiss is okay. Lols. I want a battle barge. That's what I want. Classified battle barge. No other tiers, because that would unlock in seconds, and it would double unlock. Okay, next. What else we got image-wise? Oh yeah, this was Lenny showing that the turret guns are individually maneuvered, which is a great touch again. So this is really, really cool again, and I just thought I'd throw that in there just to kind of tag that on at the end. And then we had an update on the Haslab Sky Striker. So, okay, we're at the end of the His Tank talk, but we'll do a little bit more, and I'll interact with you guys a little bit towards the end of this video as well when we switch out into the just my face screen. So yes, really nice that we've got a new update on the Haslab Sky Striker. Now, looks like this was the plan all along to do a little update on this particular day because it was a Haslab related. So for all of us that went in on the Sky Striker, we get to see a lot kind of cool new things that they're doing and they're developing. Obviously, the color is going to change. We know that for a fact. They mentioned that this is obviously just on a basic plastic. There's no kind of like deco on it yet, so they're going to get it really close to the original Sky Striker. They'll match it basically. But it was really cool to see the blast effects and also the the stand, the really cool stand where they could show it like moving around, all that kind of stuff. But the blast effects look really cool. And Lenny said there's even more work to be done on them. They're going to have them a bit more kind of transparent-ish, so a little bit kind of not as thick in the color. So I'm really excited for that. It looks great. All the kind of the movement on this as well. I'm kind of thinking this is going to turn out really, really sexy, and I'm really, really happy with today's stream, guys. I can't tell you how it's just amazing. And obviously the hiss has a lot to do with that, because we've and we will talk about that a little bit more. But my goodness, what an amazing stream! So massive shouts to Emily and Lenny, who I will be talking to tomorrow, believe it or not. Yes, we're doing another one of those Hasbro roundtables. So we'll be getting a little bit of, we've already sent them what we're going to be asking them, but it's going to be pretty much like the last one. So all of your usual Joe kind of GI journalists on the recording, and we will put it out when we get the authority and the approval to do so. After I've rushed an edit out. You know how it goes, but we'll get the opportunity to talk about all of the reveals all month long. We get the chance to really get into some details with the Hiss tank. Who knows? By the time we talk to them, some other things might have been revealed by that point. 4914, it's jumped up another. Guys, this is shifting. High speed sentry, it's shifting. And yeah, the t-shirts were nice, weren't they? RKW, yeah, definitely. That kind of, I love the kind of, it's like the the logo from the hydrofoil, isn't it? Like the snake from the hydrofoil, kind of utilized in a really, really cool way. That'd be nice, actually, Darren, to get the t-shirts in the Haslab. Totally. They've done it in the past. I think that they put them out there. They put the Sky Striker ones out there, didn't they? So I think it might be they might just end up putting these out. Who knows? Right. So what an amazing event we've had today. Let me just let's go back to the other screen and kind of take stock, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more before I finish the episode. Hiya. Yeah, so absolutely bonkers day, isn't it? These days, I always really love them, but they're always really exhausting for me because it's like, right, I've got to spend a bit of time putting this together. I've got to now do this and get really excited about it. But I'm happy that I've been able to do it earlier in the day and not have to wait until like 6 or 7 in the evening. So it's nice that we've kind of been able to talk about it with lots of people on the show. Really appreciate it. Right then, what do we think then, guys? Let's talk about what are our thoughts on tiers now, because I'm kind of thinking in my head, I'm thinking we're going to get something towable for one tier. I think with the second tier, I think we're going to get kind of blast effects and some kind of like little extra kind of bits and pieces that connect to the Hiss tank. I think we're going to get another figure of some description, like, I don't know, like, what did I say first? Did I say the towable thing? I think I said the towable thing. I think as a figure, the Hiss Gunner has precedent, but would that be too similar? Hey, Naked HD's with us. For those of you that have never experienced Naked HD in the comments, I'll just block them again. I should let them go for it because it just always fills the comments up. They're basically a spam bot, like some sort of porn spam bot that just kind of appears and really spams the chat. I actually find it really hilarious, honestly. Like initially, I was like, "Oh, block you," but now it's like an in joke. It's rather funny. So anyway, yeah, exactly. Pat's not about, and the Naked HD turns up. It's got to be Pat, hasn't it? Definitely got to be Pat. Yeah. So what people are saying, like ASP, or maybe the missile set. Yeah, the MMS or the SMS. Totally. Jay the Grind wants an exclusive Destro figure since it's Destro's invention. How about Destro with a red shirt underneath with a Red Shadows logo on it and a white collar? That'd actually be so good as a classified repaint. I'd love that. Joe Cam says, Chris, thanks for your work. You give me an outlet to talk about this stuff and enjoy it. His t-shirt required. Well, I appreciate that, Joe, and I appreciate all of your comments and your support. I really do. Maybe a figure two will be a Hiss tank gunner and make it female. That would actually make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? That would make a lot of sense, because then it would be cool to get like a female driver. That would be really dope, or a female gunner. And yeah, you're not going to take up multiple spots necessarily. But no, that's a cool shout, actually. I like that. Adam Drake says Naked HD exclusive figure is a stretch goal. Don't even know what you'd like a naked Hiss driver. It'd be weird. But I agree with you, it'd be hilarious. Ryan, how many tanks did Naked HD back? We'll find out that spam bot has backed this fully, and it's only like really like 10 that they've done, and it's just us talking about it. Raymond says weapons for the weapons rack, missile pods for the side ports, and the towable, whatever the towable thing would be. Oh yeah, that's a good shout. Oh, look, see, he's saying it's not him. Yeah, but you're not with me, Pat. You're not with me. You're there. So we know you've just got your 2 computer set up, or like 7 computer set up, like you're in Swordfish, and you're just like, Naked HD in your way around the entire. Shout out to Pat Stewart. Should have had you on, but we're going to talk about this on the weekly, mate, next week. So we'll get into lots of chat about this, and we'll have more to talk about because it would have fully funded by then, probably. Oh, there you go. Naked HD is Justin, apparently. Cheers, Justin Bell. That would be appropriate. Luke says, my 3 stretch goals prediction. They mentioned that there are ports on both sides to attach add-on. There are holes at the top of the turret, possibly to attach a tank hatch. There will be holes at the end of both cannons. That means blast effects. Yeah, I could see them doing like a pack, Luke, on that one, where it would be like additional upgrades that click on all the things and blast effects. I could see that being a 1-tier job. Then again, I could be wrong, because obviously, you know, with like another turret, that could be like a big thing, couldn't it? And they might need to kind of separate some of those things out a little bit. Talking Joe says towable missiles, blast effects, and extra plug-in weapons for that socket thing. I think it's all, yeah, I think everyone's kind of like very much on the money, aren't they? Like with the similar kind of expectations here. Jeff Butler, though, unlock the tier figure 2, Track Viper. Figure 3, Tracksuit Henchman Viper. Good shouts, Jeff. Track Viper's a good one with the His 2 driver. Absolutely. Absolutely. The beauty of gaming, I want a classic year 1 Sunbow style Cobra Commander, maybe even go as far as a Mickey Mouse style Cobra emblem on it. That's a good shout. Yeah. And I could see them doing something like that as well, because obviously Cobra Commander is so synonymous, not just with the hiss in the cartoons and the comics and everything, but their video was heavily Cobra Commander oriented as well. So yeah, orientated, or whatever, that word that I clearly can't say. Roadpig John, Chris, what are those Hiss drivers models that they mentioned in the live stream about some kind of Mr. Rudat prototype colors? Do you have any artwork about them? Well, yeah, they'll be showing that soon, Roadpig John. But effectively, when Ron did the design originally for the Hiss driver, what Ron would do is he would design the figure like, you know, you would draw it, and then he would do a number of color studies. And those color studies, you know, quite rudimentary, like, you know, he just kind of like slaps the color on to see what kind of what you know pops best, and then eventually just ended up going with the red and the black. The color studies, there's a that you could probably search for it online. I want to say, Roadpig John, if you were to type in Hiss, you know, G.I. Joe, as he does it at the same time, Hiss driver color study, it might be on images. You never know. If it's not, which I don't think it is, no, it's not. You can probably see them in Dan Kay's books as well. He's got an amazing section on the Hiss and the Hiss driver, which has those color study images in there as well. Plus, I think Hasbro are going to be posting something very soon, if they haven't already done so, because I've been on this stream for like an hour. I'm going to have a quick look to see if they've done anything with the vote, but that might be coming a little bit later on. They might have not expected to, you know, do so remarkably well in such a short period of time. But yeah, effectively, we'll see that very soon, and then we'll be voting on them. But effectively, he did a bunch of color studies, and that's, you know, what we're going to be choosing from. Excuse me. Adam says, if they do a named character as a stretch goal, the rivers of tears will flow. The tears for the tears. E-A-R-S and I-E-R-S. Yeah, possibly. Jeremy wants a 2-pack of female blue shirts. Infantry as a stretch goal. Get some grunts. Absolutely. Oh, sorry. Naked HD is back again. I just have to... I still have to clean house a little bit. As much as I find it hilarious, I still don't want it sitting in there. It's still gross. I kind of do and I don't want it because it's so funny now. Okay. What else are we saying then? Nearly at 5,000. My goodness. Or is it? Has it hit 5,000 already since that comment was made? Might have done so. Yeah, we're over 5,000. Wow. Wow. Shipping fall 2023. That doesn't seem that far off either. I know it does, but it doesn't anymore. Like, time just does not exist anymore, I don't think. Not in the way it used to. What else we've got going on here? We've got a few more ideas. 1-tier blast effects and battle damage, 2-tier Hiss Gunner, 3-tier Cobra Commander, 4-tier Towable, SMS or Whirlwind or Asp, says Eben. Very good, very highly likely possibility, high likelihood of possibilities. I can't talk today, can I? Ryan wants to have a few more Cobra Infantry to fill out the back. Just get, mate, I've got so many Cobra Infantry figures. I'm not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, well, yeah, if they did something slightly different to them, that'd be dope. Could we get some sort of infantry trooper, maybe an Iron Grenadier? I'm not sure Iron Grenadier would necessarily go with the Hiss, but it would be cool. I mean, I could imagine them doing an Iron Grenadier very, in the near future. Oh, X Factor 17, yeah, me too. I'd like some of the extra bits from the Arctic Hiss as well as the missile system port that could potentially swap out with the gunner turret. Big time, big time. Action J says fourth stretch goal, low light, lol. I'd be into that. Mike, don't get me started on the Rancor because I'm so sad that never made it. I'm really sad it didn't make it. I was like almost in tears that day. EARS, not IERS. But I was just really sad. I found it really sad because I thought the Rancor would be like a no-brainer. But at least we got the Hiss tank. At least we got the Sky Striker the next day. That went from like pretty low to pretty high very quickly. Oh, Chris Murray in the house. Hello, Chris. Cool to see a variant turret gun or saddle-like bags to hang on the side, similar to the Arctic Hiss we got years ago. Yeah, the Arctic's my favorite actually of all the Hiss tank variants. It's actually my favorite of the Hiss tanks. I think that and the Septic tank are pretty like neck and neck, and obviously the Hyena is pretty dope too in terms of like the uses of that particular tooling. Those three are kind of neck and neck because the Arctic Hiss is just, I don't know, it just says something. It's really, I don't know, it talks to me in my sleep. What? New Monkey says, looking inside the tank, there seems to be a slot for a second seat. That's what I was thinking. It looks like there are two like spaces for the seat. So maybe you can move the seat around, like further in or closer, or they'll do two seats. Because I'd like to see two figures in there, genuinely. I think it'd be great as a mini troop carrier. They could do a cardboard classified Cobra missile base for that Mickey Mouse CC. That'd be really, really sweet, actually, Max, wouldn't it? Joseph rudimentary. That was not a pun on my part, by the way. They are rudimentary, but they are rudimentary, aren't they? Yeah, genius. I'm really slow on the puns today. I've really let everyone down, and I'm usually Captain Pun Bags. What? Yeah, 5,000. We're at 5,000 and going. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, and get Dan K's book series as well, says Neil. And it's a good cross-sell for that, yeah. Talking Joe, the vote isn't going to come until the Kickstarter had closed. Sharing images soon. Thank you, Talking Joe, for, again, paying attention when I wasn't. Appreciate that. For those of you that missed yesterday's monthly, we did a live monthly special where Mark from Talking Joe and myself talked about some of our favorite comic characters we'd like to see in not just classified, but also O-Ring and maybe even 4-inch modern. So we were talking about those. You can check that out right now on our channel after you've seen this, of course. Priorities. Jeremy, how many did I order? Just Uno at the moment, and I'll probably only get the one. I'm love it. I'm excited, but I don't need multiples. Also, the size of the thing, it's huge. But also one is enough for me. Like he's never said in his life. RKW, I'm expecting the same accessories as the Arctic Hiss, missile launcher and racks. Yeah, very high likelihood of that. Daniel McGovern, maybe the Joes will, this is genius actually, maybe the Joes will infiltrate the Haslab and we'll get a Joe figure like they did with the Sky Striker Haslab. Yeah, because it was like the whole Cobra takeover for the Sky Striker. Joes could like infiltrate. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. It'll just be a sticker set to make it a G.I. Joe Hiss tank. Danny Townsend, wonder if they'd ever do Dr. Venom as a tier. They'll do Dr. Venom as a figure, Danny, I'd imagine. Because like you've got the brainwave scanner with him. So I feel like, where we don't get it with Mindbender, I feel like they could do Dr. Venom and get us a brainwave scanner at classified scale. Oh, that's a shame, X Factor 17. Your Crocmaster just got delayed. That sucks. July 12th. Oh, they'll get there. It's, what it's like at the moment. It's terrible. Okay, sorry, there's so many comments, guys. I'll be here for all month. Mom's on. Hello, Mum. Love you. I get 2 kisses today. Or are they for other people? I don't know. 2 hearts. Love you, Mum. I hope you're feeling better. Hope you're getting better. You've been in the wars the last couple of weeks. We love you very much. I love you very much, and love to Dad as well. I'm sure everyone in the comments wants to give my mom some, some internet hugs, please, for being in the wars. Broke a wrist, and yeah. So anyway, love you, Mum, and love to Dad if he's watching, or if he's not watching, love to Dad, because obviously, yeah. And love to the family, who I'm neglectful of. Such a bad son. Oh, Robert H. Could I imagine a Tiger Force hiss? I think I dream in Tiger Force hiss tanks, I think. Call it the Tiger Roar. That's actually genius. Actually genius, Robert H. That's brilliant. I love it. What are other people saying? Hi, Mum, says Mo Skills 76. Hi, Mo Skills 76. Appreciate that. Ezra said, Emily mentioned on Instagram that they got caught up in the excitement and forgot to mention the 2 name reveals, and that they would drop the name soon. Thank you, Ezra. Thank you for that. You see, this is what I need you guys for. I need you guys for this stuff. You make the show even better. So appreciate that, guys. Everyone's being really nice again in the comments. I'm not used to that. Well, I'm used to that. You guys are great. Darren Marshall would take a Python Hiss 2 or a Python Hiss as well, and so would I. I'd also take a Python Hiss 2. Lots of love for Mom in the comments. Shout out to Dad as well. Like ordering you to say nice things about my family. I'm just kidding, guys. Love to Mom and Dad. Love to everyone watching. Love to all you guys for having been so great in the comments. Thanks for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always. We've got a pretty amazing couple of weeks ahead of us, I believe. I think we're all going to be very excited to see where these stretch goals go. And obviously, as soon as they unlock, we'll probably be doing news bursts about them. I'll probably be having to do a lot all today, in actual fact. It's very clearly going to hit, it's already gone up again, 5,110. It's very clearly, almost certainly, going to hit 8,000 by tomorrow. I just think it's very likely we're going to get that early bird, soon. And then when the first stretch goal hits, which again I think is definitely a possibility by next week, then I think we're going to start seeing even more movement on it. It's very exciting. I really do love these events. The Sky Striker Haslab kind of, got us really excited for what a classified Haslab could be, and we are not being disappointed right now, are we? Can't wait for the rest of these unlocks, guys. I will see you on the next one, which will probably be in a few hours. We've got tomorrow. Tomorrow is the round table, but that won't be going out until I get approval after the fact. So we're recording it tomorrow, but I won't be able to get it out until it's edited and so on and so forth. So just expect that soonish. I'll try and get it done as quickly as I can so that I can get approved, possibly for Friday. What else have I got coming? There's loads. That special super secret thing that I can't tell you much about, which is probably getting your hopes up, and it's not that crazy. It's awesome, and I'm really excited. And you'll see what it is. That's going to be coming very soon as well. And probably over the weekend. And then, of course, we've got the weekly, and Pat and I will discuss. We might see if we can get some other people involved, and maybe we'll go into a bit more discussion about the Haslab as well with a couple of guests. We'll see how that goes. And obviously, I'll see how Brian Sauer's doing, because I had to rush him out for some graphics the other day. It's not fair. I hit him at the last minute, and then he's like, "Yep, here you go." So shout out to Brian Sauer for being an incredible genius on the graphics. Graphics you're seeing right now, in actual fact, does an amazing job. Love to Mom, love to Dad, love to the family, love to all of you guys in the comments. Thanks to everyone. It's been an absolute blast. I'll see you on the next one after 3. You know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Cobra! No, I mean full force. You know it's full force. Bye.
That's it for this instalment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter at The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.